Let's talk about settings for a second on the trolley. These are pressure settings for how deep the blade will cut. The settings go from 1 to 8, 8 being the strongest. If you're using something very thin paper, that's going to be setting 1 through 3. A medium paper will be 4 through 6, and your thicker cardstock will be 6 through 8. Some people like to use a thinner paper. This, for example, is computer paper. It's a very thin paper, and in order to do so, I found a great trick by putting it on top of my Kane Company paper. You don't need to tape it or glue it. I can just insert it. Place my trolley, and I'm going to change the setting on the pressure setting on my trolley. Down to, in this case, it's 4. I've tested it out. Different materials will require different pressure settings. You might want to test a small corner of the material first just to know which setting. Now we're going to go ahead and press cut with the same tree we've cut before. This time you will not see the blue light because we don't intend to cut all the way through. The paper underneath will not be cut, only the paper on top. Take my paper out. My tree comes out nicely, and the paper underneath has not been cut. If you're having problems cutting, you may need to clear out your blade protective cap. Simply power off the machine, lift the trolley, take your cap off, and either take a Q-tip or blow and remove any excess that may be in there. And simply put it back on, make sure the trolley is locked. If you're a heavy user like myself, some scraps will occasionally build up inside the machine. In order to empty this, we're going to turn off the machine and unplug. You can flip the eCraft over and unscrew the scrap access panel, so you'll be able to see if there's any scraps inside. In this case, we don't have any. In order to close it, just screw it back and flip it back over.